What's up, YouTube? This is Mathos97, and welcome to episode number 13 of my SmackDown Wait a minute. 13? What, isn't this episode 12? Even in the title, it's episode 12. What's going on? Well, as you can see, look at the date, June 14th. Yeah, so there was a bit of a recording issue with episode 12. So this is kind of episode 13, but it's 12th in the series, so it's like episode 12 and a half is what I'm going to be calling this one. Yeah, you can see we did miss a week of SmackDown because of it, but we are kind of dominating the ratings still, so that's a good thing. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know what's been up with my laptop lately, because I know it's not the Elgato that's doing it, and in fact, I think I've come to the conclusion that my Roxio was never really messed up in the first place. It's just that my laptop is, well, for lack of a better term, garbage, because I feel like I'm trying to do all these sort of high performance things with this laptop, but that's not really what it's meant to do. It's not that kind of a laptop. I mean, I've had it for a couple of years as well, so I think the wear and tear, you know, especially considering the videos that I render, tend to go on overnight. For a while, like last year, I was really abusing this thing in terms of it was on like constantly because rendering videos took so long, so I would have them running overnight. And yeah, I think it's starting to catch up. I mean, editing the Extreme Rules promo has been a huge pain. Really, I mean, just making long-term edits like the promo videos normally take, especially since the TLC one where I'm starting to put more edits into it. I mean, like, the videos, I have to run it through, like 10, 15 times just to be able to actually preview the clip without any sort of delay. So that's unfortunate. Yeah, but I do think I'm going to have to start saving up to get a new laptop in the near future. Well, not sure when, but I want to try to get this one to last me as long as possible before I end up going out and buying a new one. So I feel like that is what I'm eventually going to have to do, buy one that's not necessarily more expensive, even though it's probably what it will be. One that's just, you know, a higher performance sort of laptop. One that's made better for editing videos and stuff like that. So yeah, what happened? It seems like at the moment I'm having a lot of trouble recording 480i videos, which is what PS2 gameplay is. Which is weird, because it doesn't, like, normally when I'm recording an HD video, like on the PlayStation 3 or the PlayStation 4, what it does is it does like a freeze frame. It takes several attempts to get it to do that sometimes, but it does like a freeze frame, so I'll be recording for like 20-30 seconds, and then the video will stop playing back on the screen. And since my laptop can't handle HD video, it never has since I originally got it. It doesn't play HD video. It's just too much for it to handle, I guess. But what happens is if it plays back, you know, the HD footage, then my laptop starts lagging, and then the recording lags behind, and that's how it gets all out of sync. And then when I bring it into my editing program, it has a little, like, green screen thing, and then when I try to play it, it just freezes, and I can't edit it. And that's what happened with the original episode 12, is that it froze up. Like, I recorded the whole episode, and then I looked back on it, and it wouldn't let me edit it in my program, so I had to scrap the file. I wasn't going to be able to use it. So what I did with this episode, I actually recorded it in 3 different parts. I did this match, the next match, and then I even did a third separate part for the little ratings afterwards, because I didn't want it to fall behind. Like, it was already starting to kind of lag a little bit. I think the gameplay is alright. I never really actually watched it back, but I know it's not terrible because I was able to edit it. But what it does, like, I don't know, there's, like, when you see the Elgato setup, there's, like, a little there's a little bar where, like, the time is, like, how many seconds it's behind, and then the amount of time you've been recording. And it'll, like, freeze up, and then the amount of time it was behind, starting to fall behind by like 10-20 seconds, so I had to stop it soon, otherwise it was just going to get out of control and it wouldn't be editable. So that's why I had to split it into 3 parts. And I do apologize for the rambling rant that I'm going on at the moment, but just want to let you guys know that the future of the series could possibly be in question if such an issue like this continues. And like I said, I can record the PlayStation 4 and even PlayStation 3 gameplay because it does the freeze frame thing. But for some reason with the PlayStation 2 footage, it's not doing that freeze frame. So it just tries to play back the footage the entire time, and that's what causes it to lag and fall behind. So I really don't, like, it was getting to the point where, like, just to record this episode, it almost took me like half an hour of just waiting for the Elgato to record the file without any sort of lag, or consistent lag, delay, freezing up, whatever the case is. So yeah, this was, needless to say, it was a frustrating recording session with this one. So we'll see how future episodes go. I don't want to cancel the series, but if this continues where it takes me like half an hour to an hour just to record a single match, and then it starts screwing up, it's not going to be worth it just to make these videos. So I just do want to give you that warning. This could just perhaps be a one-time thing, but if the issue does persist, it does continue, then I'll give you guys a heads up as to what's going down with this series. But yeah, like I was saying with the, I don't know, it's just like my laptop just isn't performing like it used to. It's getting, like I said in a previous video, whenever I'll just be watching a YouTube video, it lags behind a lot, or like the video will freeze up, and it's just really, this laptop, I think all the wear and tear on it is just finally starting to wear it down. I do think I'm going to have to get a new one fairly soon. Probably by the end of the year is what I'm looking at. Unless I get lucky and I'm able to use it that long. Because I'm very cheap. I'm a very cheap person. I don't like to spend my money. I'm stingy in that regard. So if I don't have to spend the money to buy a new laptop, I would like to do that. But you know, I've had this for so long, I'm going to have to get a new one at some point anyway. Just for other things, for other reasons. But yeah, I'd like to get the most use out of this one as possible. So I do apologize for that whole rant to start off this episode, but we look at this, what's going on right now. Edge looking for the spear on Randy Orton. As Orton, he's been begging for a title shot, so, you know, it was getting to the point where he was willing to jump ship if we didn't give him one. So, Edge defending the U.S. title here tonight against Randy Orton. And you can see Edge is already kicked out of an RKO off the top rope, and Orton just kicked out of the spear. So these men are putting on a clinic in that ring right now, as they're both just back and forth. They've kicked out of each other's best moves. What is it going to take to win this one? As you can see, Orton is busted open as well. Kurt Angle watching this one at ringside because, as you saw earlier on, that last week in the episode that failed to record, Kurt Angle defeated Edge. So Edge is no longer undefeated, and it's very unfortunate that that video got corrupted. Otherwise, because, I mean, that was a big occasion. Edge was, I think, 10-0 or something like that before he finally lost to Kurt Angle last episode. So it was a big occasion, and it wasn't even on video. That's unfortunate. But, you know, we got to keep on keeping on. We got to keep rolling. As you can see, Orton's got Edge positioned up on that top rope. Another DDT right there. Vintage Randy Orton. As Orton, he could actually steal this one. He's not supposed to win the match. It's just supposed to be an opportunity for Edge to defend the title so that Orton, you know, he's no longer unsatisfied. But he's getting dangerously close to winning this thing. Edge, he's got a last resort here as he's got a nice ankle lock submission hold here. He's got the leg picked. And it looks like Randy Orton taps out. He submits. So Edge gets the win and retains the United States Championship. Ooh, that was a close call for Edge. He almost lost that one. Luckily enough for him, though, he was able to squirm out of that sleeper hold and counter it into an effective submission hold of his own to finish off Randy Orton. And we've got another matchup here tonight. A rematch from Judgment Day. Well, not really a rematch, but Rob Van Dam cashing in his rematch clause for the Cruiserweight Championship against the current champ, Ric Flair, the Nature Boy, here tonight. As at Judgment Day, Ric Flair won the Triple Threat ladder match and captured the Cruiserweight Championship. So Van Dam gets a fair one-on-one rematch here tonight against Ric Flair. So Van Dam, he probably feels robbed after what happened at Judgment Day, seeing as he was not pinned. I mean, with a ladder match, no one is involved in the decision. It's just the man who grabs the title or the briefcase, whatever the case is. Whatever you're going for in a ladder match, whether it's something like a Money in the Bank or a title ladder match like it was at Judgment Day. So Van Dam, he possibly feels as though the title was robbed from him. And here tonight, he's got a fair one-on-one rematch, though. So we'll see if Ric Flair truly was the man. If he truly is the man who deserves the Cruiserweight Championship. Or was his victory just a fluke? Did he just get lucky based on the stipulation? Van Dam, he wants this opportunity here tonight to defeat Flair, win back his Cruiserweight title. Nice back suplex right there from Van Dam. Let's look at this. Van Dam going off the ropes. Cartwheel into the moonsault right there from Rob Van Dam. As Van Dam, we know he likes to fly around that ring. Whereas Ric Flair, he's going to want to keep this a more technical, mat-based style of match. Of course, Van Dam, if he can fly around that ring, get up to the top rope for the 5-star frog splash, it's going to be all over. A spinning leg drop there to Flair. And then, at the same time, Van Dam, he's going to have to watch out for that figure 4 leg lock. Perhaps Van Dam trying to counter that by taking out the legs of Flair, so that Flair won't be able to apply it to its full effect later on, should that become an issue. So you see Flair now gets kicked over the top rope. Oh, but now he grabs the legs and now hangs up Van Dam on the ropes there. And the Nature Boy looking good, but Van Dam counters with an elbow to the side of the head. And now ducks a punch. Oh, and he takes out Ric Flair, sweeping out the legs of the Nature Boy. And Van Dam just rolling around that ring right now. Flair once again ducks out of the ring, hangs up Van Dam on the ropes. But Van Dam, yet another counter, picks the arm of Ric Flair, and now has him in a collar and elbow tie up there. But Ric Flair able to get out of it. And now Van Dam, oh, Flair ducked the kick, but Van Dam yet again able to sweep out the legs and now going off the ropes for a bit of Rolling Thunder as Van Dam connects right there with his signature maneuver. Oh, and it's so nice, we're going to see it twice. Another Rolling Thunder connects from Rob Van Dam. And now Van Dam going to the top rope. Could have been thinking 5-star, but Ric Flair was able to get up before Van Dam made it to the top rope. And now Ric Flair looking to gain control here. Oh, what a knee lift there to Rob Van Dam. Ric Flair now could perhaps try to slow down the pace of this matchup, control the pacing, and try to go on the offensive right now as he's delivering a couple strikes to the forehead of Van Dam. One more punch for good measure knocks Van Dam down to the mat. But Van Dam able to kick Flair away. But Flair yet again with another running knee lift there. Goes for the cover on Van Dam. Van Dam kicks out before even a count. But now look at this. Sunset flip here by Ric Flair. Yet another kick out by Rob Van Dam. RVD hanging in this thing. As Flair now delivers a drop kick right to the chest of Van Dam. Now Ric Flair, this is vintage Flair right here, just mocking his opponent. Stomping away on the foot of Rob Van Dam, or perhaps even the shin. And now delivers a chop to Van Dam, but Van Dam able to counter as RVD, knee to the gut. Oh, but Flair blocks a punch, and it's Ric Flair who's looking to go back on the attack here. Beautiful jawbreaker as Van Dam now could be in trouble, but oh, wait a minute, Van Dam counters. Look at this roll up on Flair, could have him. 2 count. Rob Van Dam with the roll-up, catches Flair off guard, playing a little bit of possum, and rolls up the Cruiserweight champ. So we have a new champion, even though Raw, it appears as though they gained fans for this week. They went up 60,000, but Van Dam, nonetheless, is your new Cruiserweight champion. He's successful in his rematch clause attempt as he recaptures the title. So Cena and Michaels competing in an Iron Man match. So Raw is just going all out with the stipulations. Whereas, you know, we're keeping it a bit more realistic. I mean, you don't see stipulations on every single show. I guess maybe more so in the modern WWE. They like to throw stipulations out there a lot more often. But nonetheless, that's not making for an effective show. So we take a look at some of our rivalries we got going. A lot of the ones that we had have now been reset. That Orlando Jordan versus Shelton Benjamin one's not going to go anywhere. That's just you know, Orlando Jordan's one of our jobbers. So it's just kind of a way to boost the ratings on that match a little bit. So you can take a look at the popularity of our superstars. We got a lot of green arrows, so that's a good thing. And, you know, most of the superstars who are going down in popularity are who they should be. Dupree, Jordan, Daivari are jobbers. But that is it for this episode of GM Mode. I want to thank you all for watching. Make sure to stay tuned for the next episode. And until that time comes, keep on YouTubing.